Because the State Attorney General's office has a representative, came all the way from Tallahassee. I do apologize to her for not getting this done this morning. Your Honor.
So she was here all morning?
I was, Your Honor.
What are they?
Your Honor, I was running around with my head cut off, and I forgot to cut in on all those private lawyers who are so courteous usually to me. But
hold on just a second. Give me the name again.
Your Honor, it's Charles Anthony Brush. He's 23 CF 1360. I'm going to grab my docket so I can give the court docket numbers.
269.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach with an agreement that's been signed by parties and a score sheet?
You may.
And my thanks to Mr. Harper for letting me cut on him.
Please announce the agreement.
Yes, under the terms of the agreement in 23 CF 1360, Charles Anthony Brush is changing his plea to no contest in exchange for a withhold of adjudication to a lesser included offense, grand theft, 300 or more, but less than 5,000. It's a third-degree felony, level 2, and the statutory reference is given on the lesser included charge. 12 months probation with automatic early termination upon full payment of all monetary obligations and no violations. Restitution of $4,560. That's payable to Kevin Kelly as power of attorney for Michael Kelly, who is the victim in the case. And there's no contact with or trespass at the residence of Michael Kelly. That's wherever that may be from time to time. He's presently in a senior citizen home in the Defuniak area, and there's no contact that would be going on. $515 in court costs and $150 public defender fees, Your Honor.
Point of clarification, when you talk about automatic termination upon full payment, is that at any time? In other words, if he walked in, gave restitution tomorrow, probation would be over?
Yes, Your Honor.
The reason why I'm asking is that normally, in order to apply for termination, even by agreement, it has to be halfway through. I just want to make sure there's not that you're allowed to do what appears to be in this.
Yes, Your Honor. It's by agreement that upon full payment, and there are more monetary obligations than simply the restitution.
I understand that, but the restitution is the big.
Yes. And that is our understanding, is that we would, upon full payment, be done.
That's my understanding for Mr. Warner, who's
Okay. I just wanted to make sure and clarify that. Okay. Mr. Brush, ends the stating agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Brush, would you raise your right hand? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I did.
Okay. So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. And I see those same terms obviously are written on the written plea agreement that you've signed. So first question, did you read this closely?
Yes.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
I did.
You understand that by entering into this plea here today, you're waiving survival legal rights. The main one is the right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case, and confront witnesses, etc.
Yes, sir.
Mike, the door. You do understand that by entering this will be a final resolution of your case?
I do.
You have had all your legal questions answered.
I have.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea here today. There'll be a withhold of adjudication to the lesser included offense of grand theft. 300 or more, but less than 5,000 in the statutory cites in the agreement. And you'll be sentenced to 12 months probation with an automatic early termination upon full payment of all monetary obligations, and in addition to that, you would have to have no other violations. Restitution is $4,560 payable to Kevin Kelly as power of attorney for Michael Kelly. No contact with or trespass at the residence of Michael Kelly, wherever that may be. That's a little tricky because you need to, you're aware of where he's at. You gotta stay away from it. And that generally means 500 feet, so, plus fees and costs. Any questions?
That's right.
Mr. Dean, anything?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry to keep you way out. If you ever have to come over here again, let us know. We'll try and accommodate you a little better. Sorry.
Yes, I apologize.
And Mr. Medina, you're okay with the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, there's no question with the your score sheet is fine, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. And RCC is going to go ahead and call
Okay,
the
sounds
docket.
good.
Judge, I don't know if there are any unrepresented you wanted to.
Well, we do have some unrepresented. Let's go ahead and get those. Call them out if you will come down to the well if I call your name. First one is Chandler Allen. Chandler Allen. And would the state please announce this case?
Yes, Your Honor. This is State of Florida versus Chandler Allen. That case number is 23 CF 2676, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Allen, you were at your arraignment already. You've already pled on this. Is there a reason why you don't have an attorney?
I had just now been able to afford one, and
Okay, so you're going to hire one?
yes, sir.
You know, have you identified who it is?
Yes, sir. I have an idea on who I would
Okay. When's that going to happen?
like. After this courtroom.
After today?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because we're going to continue this, it'll be a couple months before the next cycle. I don't want to come back in a couple months and you be here without an attorney, and then we have to wait again,
Yes, sir.
which is what we're doing now.
Yes,
So
sir.
I just want, for everybody's sake, your sake, for the state, you need to proceed with these cases, okay? So I'm going to continue this matter until the 8th of April, which is the next pretrial. I'm going to ask the clerk to reference that the defendant said he's getting defense counsel, who will make an appearance, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, sir.
Question?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thomas Lee Brundage. Again with the state. Identify the case.
Yes, Your Honor, this is State versus Thomas Lee Brundage, case number 23CF 2614.
Is this Mr. Brundage coming forward? Okay. So, same question, Mr. Brundage. Is there a reason you don't have an attorney? Or you,
Well, I split the paperwork and they never contacted me. I called and they never contacted me, but I was just waiting. So I just came to court like I supposed to.
say that again. I didn't understand.
I said I filed out the paperwork.
For a public defender?
Yes. They didn't contact me yet. So I just came to court like I supposed
You
to.
have to contact them. Do we know who has been appointed, who would be appointed, which of the three?
Mr.
For
Medina.
Mr. Brundage?
Mr. Medina.
Mr. Medina? Okay, if you'll stay around, Mr. Medina will hand you a card, and so you guys can get together and get an appointment. Okay, the court, so what I'm doing right now is I'm appointing you to public defender, and we'll come back on, continue to 4/8,
Come back where?
4/8, April 8th,
This is Mr. Medina's card.
okay? He's not gonna call you, you need to call him,
I did call him.
okay?
And I was
Call
waiting
him
for them to
again.
call him back.
You're the one who's on
I
the
know.
line.
All
Here's
right.
your case.
Okay.
He's got a bunch of cases, you only got one. I'm just telling you that as a practical matter. You
Okay.
gotta bug him a little bit, bug him. Get your case done.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Jace Conway, I may have mispronounced that first name. How do you pronounce the first name?
Jace.
Jace?
Yes, sir.
Okay. State, would the state announce?
This is State versus Jace Conway, case number 23CF 2427.
Okay. Again, Mr. Conway, recently, what's the situation with your attorney?
I came here and I got a letter because I filed for a public defender. I was denied, and then I got a letter saying that he was going to represent me, and then I kept calling. Never got a call
Who
back.
is, do you know who your attorney is?
What is your last name, start
Conway, see.
Conway, C.
What's the first name, Your Honor?
Jace, Jace. Clerk said that you have been determined not to be indigent, so one of two things has to happen. One is, you need to, if you want to continue to have a public defender, you've got to appeal, you've got to file, correct? You can get the paperwork down with the clerk's office. If the court doesn't agree with you, in other words, the public defender is appointed based upon the finding that you're not able to pay for it.
Yes, sir.
If you can't pay for one, then you either got to get one, or you got to go without an attorney, which you can do. I mean, it happens, but it's always better, in my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion.
Yes,
It's
sir.
always better to have an attorney.
Yes, sir.
So, go ahead and do that appeal, but, on the next one, if you get turned down on your appeal, then you gotta make a decision. So we're gonna come back here, and continue this till April 8th, but you're gonna come back, either you're gonna have an attorney, you're gonna have hired one yourself, or we're gonna kind of start moving this case, and you'll be representing yourself.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
It's just the way we've got to kind of follow the rules.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Malik Humphreys. State with the state announced.
This is State versus Malik Humphreys, case number 23 CF 002577. Mr. Humphreys is charged with several offenses, but one of them carries a 3-year min-man, and the offer in this case is a 3-year min-man.
So, Mr. Humphreys, what's your situation with your lawyer? Did you,
No, I never got an attorney yet.
were you going to hire your own attorney?
I was, but I might as well fill out for one.
Okay. So, do you want me to appoint a public defender? Do you feel like you cannot afford one?
Yes, sir.
The last time you were here, we did not appoint a public defender, did we? Okay. So the court's going to appoint a public defender.
Your Honor, I'd ask the court, if he's intended to hire an attorney, I want an application before the court appoints us, just to be safe.
That's fine. Do you need, so how,
I would just say for now, bring it back in April the 8th, fill that out, turn it in. If we get appointed before then, I'll have the file. If we don't get appointed, then he knows he needs to hire.
I'm appointing provisionally. We got to move these cases. And if it comes back and it kicks back, then no, that's just 2 months.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
It's the first time in the docket, Your Honor, so I'm just trying to save some time here.
I understand. I appreciate it, but we need to move this case. So you need to fill that out before you leave the courthouse today. And if for some reason it comes back and says you don't qualify, then you've got to figure out what you're doing by the time you come. When you come back on April 8th, we're going to be proceeding with the case, okay?
Yes, sir.
We've got some serious charges here, and we need to address them, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fill that out before you leave.
Your Honor, on that case, the state's going to go ahead and send discovery to the public defender's office. It's already been prepared.
Okay. And the public defender is welcome to sit on that until he gets approved. I'm not asking you to represent, I just don't want to wait 2 months for that, start the process.
Petition.
Larry Jordan. State.
Your Honor, this is State versus Larry Jordan, case number 23CF2407.
Okay. Mr. Jordan, same question. What's the situation with your attorney?
I'm supposed to be getting one in the next couple of days. I just talked to him.
Okay. So you're ready to hire one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there a reason why it hadn't happened since the last time we came in arraignment.
family emergency, back things up.
This has got to be a priority. You got two third-degree felonies you're dealing with. You need to take them serious.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So court's going to continue this matter till 4/8. Make sure you meet with your attorney so that he can tell your attorney to, which he or she will know, to file a notice of appearance, and then the state can start communicating.
Yes,
Okay?
sir. Thank
Any
you.
questions?
No, sir.
Thank you. Damian Kennedy.
Judge, this is State versus Damian Kennedy, case number 23CF001911. He's charged with having a bulletproof vest and also trafficking. I cannot pronounce that, but it's a drug trafficking offense, Your Honor, that carries a 3-year amendment and a $50,000 fine. He was advised of this at the last pretrial conference. This is his second time up. The notes from the last pretrial conference say that he was found not to be indigent and needs to hire an attorney.
You gonna hire an attorney?
Well, I was my job went out of Okaloosa, so I couldn't go. But I filed my taxes, and I'm waiting on my taxes to hit. And I was gonna give me a lawyer then. I didn't want to violate my pre-trial and go and follow my job, so I just filed my taxes and waiting on them to drop. And I was gonna give me an attorney.
Have you filed your taxes?
Yes, sir. They should drop any day now.
So have you been communicating with lawyers to make sure when you get your money
Yes,
to
sir.
come in that you're
Yeah, I called.
they're probably going to be wanting a check, but you can communicate with them, see, get ready to hire. Maybe you already know who you're
Yeah,
going to hire.
I talked to 2 of them already, sir.
Okay, so we're going to continue this, and I'm going to be optimistic that you're going to have an attorney the next time you show up on April 8th.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay. Mr. Harper.
Yes, Judge.
You want to,
If I can start with the first one on the dockets, number 121, William Adams, before the court on 22 CF 3033. Judge, we have the deposition of an alibi witness set in March. It had been my intention to continue this for that deposition. Mr. Adams is not present this morning.
waiver?
There's not a waiver, Judge.
The reason why he's not here?
I don't have a legal basis for why he's not here, Judge.
Your Honor, State's requesting a KPS.
Court will order a no bond case. We'll come back on 4/8. And last time it was announced it was the last continuance, so I assume if you get this deposition done, we'll be ready to go on the next round.
Yes, sir. I think that this particular deposition, the witness in question, these are her prescribed narcotics.
Very good.
The next case is Stephen Arnold, 23 CF 1068. Judge, there's a waiver on file. Based on the evidence so far, I'll be filing a motion to dismiss. I would ask to continue this one cycle.
Very good. Are you're ready to file?
Yes, Judge, I should have that filed by next week.
If you do, go ahead and, get it. So if you do, go ahead and get it set with my office.
For the record, we're moving it to 4/8 as well, Judge? Yes, sir.
I'm sorry if I didn't say that, that's what
The next one, Judge, is Diamond Atkinson, number 123 on the docket. She is present. She's before the court on 23 CF 932. Judge, I believe we have an agreement in this case. Ms. Atkinson has a couple questions, but we will resolve this on docket day with a plea.
very good. Continue to docket day, which is 2/19 for plea.
The next one is Joshua Biglin. Mr. Biglin, Judge, he's actually present. He's the guy with the mobility wheelchair. I'm going to ask to bring him back on docket day. He is present at the very end.
Okay? We'll come back on docket day 2/19 for what, plea?
Yes, Judge, this should be a plea.
Okay. very good.
His case has been continued, but he's had some significant medical issues, which is
Blankenship.
Judge, Mr. Blankenship is next, 23 CF 2351. Judge, Mr. Blankenship was present this morning, but he had apparently cracked his ribs, and so he was asking me to go to the hospital because he was having trouble breathing. I advised him if he's having a medical issue that he needs to provide some proof of that, but that's the reason why he's not present. What I'm asking the court to do is I instructed him to give me any proof of these medical issues so I can provide the state with evidence of that and bring him back on 2/19 to clarify that particular issue, Judge.
Very good. We'll come back on 2/19 at 9 a.m.
And for the record, while he was talking to me, it did appear he's having some issues.
Okay. No, I'm willing to, way we can figure out where we're going with it. The state will remind me of it. If it doesn't have some proof that he's why I wasn't here today, we can address. Where are we at? Let's assume he's there. Are we?
He provided me with some reciprocal discovery this morning, basically some prescriptions for the prescribed narcotics. Hopefully that will go a long way to resolving this.
Okay, very good.
The next case is Trevion Braxton. He's before the court on 22 CF 739, 22 CF 2943, and 23 CF 126. Mr. Braxton is present and approaching. Judge, depositions in this case are set for 3 in March. I would ask to continue this one cycle. I anticipate this will probably be the last continuance.
Is that the last of the depositions?
Yes, Judge. The issue is that there are a couple co-defendants with respect to some of these charges, just a bunch of juveniles that were mixed up in this, and trying to coordinate the depositions.
And the court will note be the last continuance of the clerk's minutes.
Thank you, Judge. The next case is Noah Brennan, 22 CF 2974. Mr. Brennan is present and approaching. Judge, this is a bit of an older case. I think at the last court date we announced last continuance. Therefore, I think it's probably prudent to just set a trial, bring it back to docket day to see if we can come to a resolution.
State, ready for trial?
Your Honor, I did not have it listed as last continuance on the docket that I had, and I saved my written docket, but I will send subpoenas, and I will see if I can get witnesses here, and I will let the court know about that on docket day.
Okay. Docket day 2/19 at 9 a.m. ready for trial. Is there, I assume that there's an offer on the table?
Yes. Yes, Judge.
Very good.
I think this is a case that we could probably come to a resolution on by docket day.
Not 219. Ready
Yeah,
for
219.
trial.
Is that 7?
Sorry, my writing's horrible. It's 219.
Okay.
The next case is Vera Carroll, 23 CF 299. Judge, there's a waiver of appearance in this case. If we can leave this set for plea or trial, she's actually, plea or continue rather, if we can bring her back on docket day, she resides out of state. I'm just trying to come to terms with an agreement that we can facilitates, but I think that it's possible we could resolve it on docket day, Judge.
Okay, we'll come back on 219, clear.
The next one, Judge, is Marcus Clark before the court on 23 CF 661. There's a waiver of appearance in this particular case. Judge, depositions are scheduled in March. I would ask to set this for 4/8.
State,
That's correct, Your Honor.
we'll
No,
continue this matter until April 8th, 9 a.m.
Judge, the next one is Tremont Coward, 130 on the docket. He's before the court on 20 CF 2490, 20 CF 299, and 23 CF 52. Judge, we did do some deposition from the new law case. I think the only outstanding deposition we have remaining is his alibi witness. He's saying that he wasn't present and he wasn't identified in the vehicle itself. Once we do that deposition, that will be the only outstanding thing left in this case. So I'd ask to set this for 4/8, and then that will be the last continuance.
State,
that's fine, Your Honor. No objection.
very good. The court will continue this matter until April 8th, and records clerk's minutes will reflect this to be the last continuance. So it'll be clear trial back.
The next one is Vince Dennis. Vince Dennis. Judge, I have not had any contact with Mr. Dennis. Is there a warrant?
Order of open law. Okay, so there's already a pickup order, so we'll just keep this on the docket for the next, for 4/8, just make sure we have a status.
The next one, Judge, is Brianna Dixon, 23 CF 2508. Ms. Dixon is present and approaching. Judge, I believe this is the first time up on Ms. Dixon's case. I think based on the factual allegations here, it's possible we can come to a resolution on docket day. If we can set this for 219, I think both she and the co-defendants, their fact pattern is such that I think we can probably resolve it on docket day.
Very good. We'll come back on docket day on 219. Jonathan Dotson.
Jonathan Dodson is next, Judge. He is present and approaching before the court on 23 CF 1719. Judge, with respect to count 1, the firearm in question, we have an alibi witness that we need to do the deposition of. I think that's, once that particular count is addressed, we'll probably enter a plea to the remaining counts if we come to that position. So I'd ask to continue this to 4/8, and we'll come to a resolution by next cycle.
Very good. So we'll continue this until 4/8.
The next one, Judge, is Sherry Dorgan. There's a waiver of appearance in that case, 22 CF 2280. Judge, we're going to ask to leave this set for plea or trial. I think it was announced for last time for a plea or trial as well. Or last continuance, rather.
State.
But, Your Honor, my issue with leaving this set for plea or trial is Mr. Harper was going to give me some text messages that his client had, and I haven't received those yet. So I don't mind leaving it set on Monday, but if I don't have a chance to review them and talk to my victim or the witness about the content of those text messages, I don't know that I'm going to be able to go to trial with short notice of the content of those text messages.
And that's fair, Judge. What happened is that the records I received were quite voluminous, and a lot of it was extraneous and not really pertinent to this particular issue because they were just calls made to everyone over a significant period of time. Our defense has been that one of the witnesses/victims in this case initiated contact and sort of precipitated these chain of events that led her to being where she was found. And it's taken a bit for me to get those numbers on all those things. I have got that, and I've narrowed it down to a smaller amount of records for the state, because otherwise they'll be sorting through the same stuff that I had to do.
Let's bring it back on docket day on 2/19. We'll put it down for a clear trial, but if, you know, if the state, if you'll, you know.
I will do my best to get them to her this
I
week.
understand if there is a legitimate discovery issue, and there could be on this, then we'll deal with it, but hopefully we can review it. If the state can review it in the interim.
Yes, sir.
Particularly if you narrowed it down and tidied it up a bit. So, come back on 2/19.
Yes, sir. The next one is Joanne Faulkner, 23 CF 2067. Ms. Faulkner is present and approaching. Judge, this is my first time up on this case. I would ask to continue this to 4/8 so that I can meet with Ms. Faulkner and discuss what her options are after going over discovery with her.
The court will continue this till 4/8. Make sure you get together with your attorney in the interim, okay?
Yes, sir.
Period. The next one is Candace Felton, number 136 on the docket. She is present and approaching. Judge, with respect to Ms. Felton, I believe the state and I are both in agreement to continue this matter to 4/8.
That's fine, Judge. And the last case, Ms. Faulkner was continued to 4A as well? Okay.
I'm sorry, say that again?
The last case, Ms. Faulkner, was continued to 4/8.
Oh, yes, yeah, yeah.
And with respect to this case, Candace Felton, we're continuing this to 4/8.
Very good. Continue until 4/8, 9/8. Make sure and get up with your attorney in the interim, ma'am.
The next,
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
my apologies, Judge.
That's all right.
The next case is Trevon Fitzgerald. There's a waiver of appearance in this case. He's before the court on 23 CF 560 and 23 CF 611. Judge, we just did depositions in this case, and Mr. Lawscott, are we continuing this? Or?
I believe that's what we
Okay.
spoke about. We're
Yeah.
going to continue it.
If we can continue this, we did have depositions, they're done, but I think that there's an issue that we just have to talk about, but I'm ready for a clear trial next cycle. The issue is DNA found within a particular item in the vehicle, but there are no other ties to Mr. Fitzgerald.
We will continue this till 4/8, and we'll ask that the minutes will reflect this will be the last.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. The next one is Marquise Fonville, 23 CF 2231. Judge, there's a waiver of appearance in this case. Mr. Fonville, and I know this because I represent him on the misdemeanors, just had some misdemeanors elevated to circuit court. They are tied into this particular type of fact pattern, and they're related with respect to the type of charge.
They're elevated, in order to do all these together.
Yes, sir. I think, well, it's a very similar kind of fact pattern. So I would ask to continue this to 4/8 so I can receive discovery on those new cases and that they're new to him.
Very good. We'll continue this, Madam State, okay?
That's fine, Judge.
Continue this till 4/8, 9/8.
The next one, Judge, is Dennis Foster. Mr. Foster is present and approaching. He's before the court on 22 CF 813 and 22 CF 2087. Judge, this was announced last continuance last time. We are leaving this set for a plea or trial this cycle. I think the states, in that they have the discretion in choosing which case, I believe they're opting to go forward with 22 CF 813.
That's correct, Judge. The state would like to proceed with 813 because that one carries the min-man. So that's the case I would like to try first.
Very good.
I don't anticipate trying 2087 this cycle because I think if the first one is a guilty, then I think it's dispositive on the other one.
Well, in general, we don't run them both on the same cycle, so.
Okay,
We'll
thank
do
you.
the first one, give everybody a chance to digest whatever the results are, and then we'll come back and resolve the second one the next time.
Thank you. Judge, my subpoenas are out. I'll have a update for the court as to whether or not the state's ready for trial on docket day.
Okay.
Thank you.
The next one, Judge, is Andrew Garrett.
By the way, as a general rule, I I hear the same thing coming from the state. We're gonna try and get out subpoenas in order. I'm assuming you guys are readying these things up. The reason why we're announcing at this early time and ready for trial. Now, I'm not saying there isn't some circumstances, but as a general rule, we're ready for trial, the defense is ready for trial, we need to go to trial, unless they're exigent. It's not like, well, we're gonna try and get it out there and we're okay with them. I just wanna make sure, because I've heard the exact same thing from the state numerous times today. Just wanna kind of understand what we're.
Thank you, Judge. To clarify, I sent my subpoenas out previously. I just need to make sure that everyone has been served and there's no hiccups.
Like I said, I understand there's always circumstances, but it's not, we'll put them out there and kind of see, whether we're going to go to trial. We're going to trial. I want that intent to be that we're getting ready to go to trial.
Yes, sir.
If we need to.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Mr. Harper, sorry.
No, it's fine, Judge. Mr. Garrett's before the court on 23 CF 2634. I can't find this other case on the docket, but he's got another case, 23 CF 2772, which is driving with suspended license. Notwithstanding that, it's been my intention to go and continue this. He's attempting to get his license back. I'm anticipating that hopefully if we can get his license reinstated, we can resolve the other case as well. And then this will just be a plea.
Madam Clerk, can we track those together, the second 23 CF 2772?
I think it's set for today, but I couldn't find it on the docket.
23 CF 2772. I only have one case for Garrett. The one I have is 2634.
Oh.
Wednesday.
Oh, he might have been in custody.
Okay, so we'll track these together.
So you don't have to worry about Wednesday. If we can move both of these to 4A, Judge,
Correct.
Appreciate it.
we're anticipating a resolution hopefully at that time.
Very good.
And the sole basis for the continuance is to get his license back and a plea to the outstanding case. The next case, Judge 141, is Robin Grantham. She is present and approaching. She's before the court on 23 CF 928 and 23 CF 1073. Judge, I've spoken with the state. I think we're agreeable to continue this to 4-8.
That's correct, Judge.
Where are we at with discovery?
Discovery is ongoing, Judge. There's another reason to continue it.
Okay, that's all right. I'll continue until 4-8.
The next case I have, Judge, is Wendy Green, 23 CF 1997. She is present. Judge, I am going to ask to continue this to do the depot of the officer in this matter, as well as the person that's the homeowner in this case.
State.
That's fine, Judge.
Is that should be probably the last discovery?
Yes, sir. This case will be ready for a trial after those
So
depots.
we'll announce last continuance to the clerks. Notice will reflect that. We'll continue this till 4-8, 9-8.
The next case, Judge, is Clyde Griffin. He's before the court on 23-700. He is present. Judge, the state and I have talked. We're going to bring him back on docket day for a plea.
Okay. Docket day 2/19, 9 a.m. for plea.
Monday.
Yes, next month.
The next case, Judge, is Pamela Henson, 23 CF 818. There's a waiver of appearance in her case, Judge. We did have depots. The victim in this case did not show. I think it was a miscommunication or error. The state has been in contact with the victim. I will get that rescheduled, and we'll hopefully come to a resolution next cycle.
Okay, so we'll continue that till 4-8, 9 a.m.
The next case is Larry Haas. I don't know if Mr. Haas was moved.
To 14.
The next case is Jerry Howard, 23 CF 2796. Judge, based on the fact pattern on that case, I'll be following a motion to dismiss, but she was present this morning. She advised me that both her significant other and her child had tested positive for COVID, and she was evidently quite ill as well. But she was otherwise present this morning. In that it was my intention to continue this. This is the first time up. I would ask to excuse her absence and move this case to 4-8.
Court will continue this matter until 4/8, 9 a.m.
The next case, Judge,
Do we
is...
have the motion to dismiss, has that been set?
It hasn't been set, Judge. She and I...
Filed?
I will have that filed by next week. She and I talked about a certain issue that I didn't have, from the officer narrative, I didn't have clarification on, but based on what her response was, and then the body cam, I think I can get that filed next week, Judge.
Okay. And so when you get it, if you'll just contact Eileen, we'll get it set.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully before 4/8.
Yes, Judge. The next case I have is Mr. Huerta Joshua, 23 CF 1503. Judge, the issue in this particular case is his license. He has been in contact and working on getting his license reinstated. The issue is that the DMV informed him that they will not be able to, he's not otherwise eligible for a license until May. He's on a payment program to go and get the outstanding court costs and et cetera resolved on any outstanding tickets. And he should be eligible, but for this determination by the DMV by next month. However, he still can't obtain his license until May. So what I'm asking the court to do is if we can continue this case to 4/8, just to track it, to see that Mr. Huerta shows up with proof of payments of all outstanding tickets, meaning that he is otherwise eligible for a license, but for this, then I would ask for a short last continuance, have him show up, license in hand, and then this will be a plea.
Stay on top of it, okay?
Thank you, Judge. I'm asking to move that to 4/8.
4/8 at 9 a.m.
The next case, Judge, is Todd Hunt. He's before the court on 23 CF 576. Judge, last week we had depositions in this matter. Based on those depositions, I'll be filing a motion to dismiss. So I'd ask to continue this to 4/8 so that I can get that filed, Judge.
Very good. We'll continue to 4/8, 9 a.m.
The next case, Judge, is Edwina Jackson. She's number 149 on docket 23 CF 2443. Judge, if we can bring her back on docket day, I think based on the facts in this case, this should be a plea. I think she's amenable to it. We just need to review some, so she has an understanding of what she's getting herself into.
Very good. Continues till 2/19, clear.
Next one. The next one, Judge, is Kayla Johnson. Judge, this is 23 CF 2705. I've spoken with Ms. Johnson. It's our understanding that the offer in this case is PTI. After talking with Ms. Johnson, I think she's inclined to accept that. I would ask to set this for 2/19. She will execute the documents at that time, and then this case should resolve.
Very good. Continue this to 2/19 for
The next case is Chantel Johnson. She's before the court on 23 CF 1810 and 23 CF 1863. There's a waiver of appearance in this case. Judge, I've spoken with the state this morning. I think we're going to agree to one continuance in this matter. I think that we could probably come to a resolution next cycle.
No objection.
Very good. The court will continue this matter until 4/8 at 9 a.m.
The next case, Judge, is Jeremy Knox. There's a waiver of appearance in this case, 22 CF 47. We attempted to do the deposition that was outstanding in this case. That individual did not show up. I believe that the depo of that person is pertinent to our defense. I think after talking with Mr. Losco on this case, did you want to leave this up for docket date?
The state would like to leave the separate docket day. My subpoenas are out for trial.
Good.
I think it's quite probable we can come to a resolution on this, Judge, but in abundance of caution, let's leave this up for clear trial.
Very good. We'll come back on 219, clear trial.
The next case I have is Angelica Starkweather. She's before the court on 23 CF 19, 23 CF 533, 23 CF 587, and 23 CF 944. Judge, there's a waiver of appearance in this case. Ms. Starkweather has been in rehab. I'm asking for one last continuance. I think we can probably come to a resolution next cycle on all of these cases.
State.
You're right, I just didn't, I'm sorry, I wasn't aware that she was in rehab, so I know that this was announced last continuance, and I was gonna try at least one of these cases. Is it possible that we can bring her back on docket day? I don't know if she's in rehab locally or.
We can bring her back on docket day, Judge. I think we can come to a resolution.
Okay.
219.
Come back on docket day 219 at 9.
The next case I have, Judge, is Trenton Tucker before the court on 23 CF 1328.
Judge, I need to reach out to the victim in this case to comply with Marcy's law. I really am optimistic that we could resolve this case if we brought it back on docket day. Can we do that?
Okay.
Thank you.
Come back on docket day 219 next Monday at 9 a.m. See whether you can get up with the victim.
And that'd be plea continue.
Correct.
Thank you.
The next case is Jonathan Wallace, 23 CF 1219. Your Honor, if I may approach on Mr. Wallace's case.
Before 8th of April, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge. The next case is Armin Waters, number 156 on the dockets, 23 CF 1219. Judge, I'm not certain. I think there might be a waiver of appearance in this case. I apologize. I didn't have that loaded up.
Also have notes from last time that he's going to present proof of COVID for the last cycle. I think it's missing a hearing.
In that case, Judge, I'm not certain if there is I don't see a waiver of appearance in this case. I can state to the court that I have not had any contact with respect to that.
Your Honor, state's asking for KPs.
Full order, no long figures.
The next case that I have, Judge, is 23 CF 943. That is Travis Wingo, number 157 on the docket. Is President approaching? Judge, we're going to leave this set for docket day. It was announced last continuance last time. So we're leaving it set for plea or trial.
Very good. Come back on the 19th, clear trial.
And Your Honor, I just need to make sure everyone gets served, so I'll have to make it.
Okay. So state's ready, also ready for trial.
We should be ready.
Okay.
The next case, Judge, is Kelly Young. She's before the court on 23 CF 1876. Kelly Young. Judge, I have not had any contact with Ms. Young either this morning or...
The state would request a KPS.
Court will issue a no bond
The last one I have, Judge, is Michael Bryan. There's a waiver of appearance in this case, 22 CF 655. This had been handled by Ms. Jaquetz from our office. I think that there was, just for some clarification, was there a motion since that was...
Correct, and that she was gonna, Your Honor, Ms. Jacob was, going to provide the court with some further case law, and the court asked her to set, the court said if she had anything further the court needed to know about, that she could ask for a rehearing. She's done that, and that's set in April.
If for housekeeping purposes, Judge, I'm assuming that that particular hearing would be controlled, but if we could set this for 4/8, just so that we have a underlying court date underneath that.
Very good. Continue this till 4/8.
Judge, that's all I have this.
Okay, so I want to try and do some, what I'd like to do, we've got now 3. Do one of them or do some part of some of them that we'll take an afternoon break. So however you all want to coordinate it, not coordinate it.
We've coordinated, Your Honor.
I expected no less.
Your Honor, I have about maybe like 7 or 8 pleas. Would that be enough? Would that be too long, or can we get that done?
No, we're going to go a little bit longer.
Yeah. And then we can take a break. And I actually have to call, make a important
Mr. Pena
call.
can take a break. We'll go until the court takes a break.
I could approach, but there's something I have to deal with.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take your word for it. So we'll do yours, and then depending on how far, we'll try and go till around 3, and then we'll take a short break, and then we'll come back.
Your Honor, first I'd like to do, I normally wouldn't say I'm going to do Christine Basso's cases first, but in this case situation, I'm going to call Tyler Matthew Pieringer, and then we have 3 other CAC cases so that Christine can go do something else. Could I call?
I have some from your other.
Yeah, one of them is Rachel, Ms. Farkas's case.
Okay. So what's the name?
Mr. Tyler Matthew Pieringer is approaching docket 294, Your Honor. Your Honor, we have Tyler Matthew Pieringer before the court in 23 CF 934, and we have a signed plea and sentence agreement with a score sheet that we have been over. If I may approach, Your Honor.
You may.
Thank you.
Would you please announce the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. Under the terms of this agreement, the state is agreeing to dismiss count 1 in exchange for the following. There will be a withhold of adjudication to count 2 as charged. There will be 3 years probation. Mr. Pieringer will continue to comply with any FFN in-home services recommendations. He will, and there's also a co-defendant, his wife, represented by RCC. So I'm sure a lot of these will be joint obligations, but he will continue to take the children to all medical appointments and administer any prescribed meds. He must provide proof to the probation officer if requested. There will be a mental health evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days. Take any prescribed meds. Maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week. Because of the nature of the real serious demands of the husband and wife to provide child services that I won't go into on the record unless I need to, the state felt it would be appropriate for our request to waive the cost of supervision to be granted. There will be 666 court costs, $150 in public defender fees, Your Honor.
Okay, just, let me go to swear him in, but I need to ask some questions. Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
So the nature of the plea agreement is a little bit confusing. Is there an open dependency? Is there a case plan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because you use the term FFN in-home services. Those can either be voluntary or those can be based upon a case plan with a court case. What is this?
Your Honor, my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, there is an approved case plan already in place.
Yes, there have been 2, and we signed a new one not too long ago with new information. Went over all the information with our case member.
So that's the thing that should drive these specific terms, i.e. continue to take children to all medical appointments. If the case plan doesn't say that, it probably shouldn't be us imposing that. And the same thing with mental health evaluation. I would assume, I'm sure they've already done some type of mental health, and you can track it. In other words, you can piggyback it. But we shouldn't be doing a separate mental health evaluation if they've ordered it in the case plan.
Your Honor, does the court and of course Ms. Bossa, does the state object to our striking those?
Well, Ms. Bossa seems like she wants to say
Your
something.
Honor.
I don't know if I'm understanding this.
Your Honor, it may be redundant, but our concern was, we had spoken with FFM, with DCF. I commend, first of all, Mr. Pieringer for being very cooperative and moving forward. That's why we're here instead of looking at DOC, because they have worked very hard. But we didn't want to take a chance on a case plan being closed out and not having something in place that's still important to these children, to their welfare. For instance, to make sure they're going to medical appointments. We wanted to make sure that that remained in place, something that we could keep an eye on as a court, even if a case plan or services do end up closing out, because that was very important to the welfare of those children. So it may be redundant at this point, but that was the intent.
No, it's not redundant. The key is both can happen. In other words, it can be a part of the court plan that completely tracks the other. It doesn't have to just say, when that closes, your obligations under this court end. But we got to make sure, maybe it is. Maybe you just say, well, this is tracking the case plan exactly.
That's our understanding, it is tracking the case plan. These were the issues that were important to FFN, that they remain in place, even if hypothetically they start closing out their case. This was important to the family, which is why we specifically included it.
And Your Honor, it does say any FFN/in-home services. Should we strike recommendations and put case plan instead of recommendations?
Well, I mean, the in-home services are based upon an evaluation and recommendations that have occurred. Okay. I mean, I understand what you're saying. In theory, I don't mind that. Just want to make sure it's tracking it the same.
And Your Honor,
not having duplicate and, for instance, in the case plan, if he has a mental health evaluation and any recommended treatment,
That's what I was
Okay,
gonna,
if they come back and they make a statement, he's done, they don't need to do that anymore. Is that still required under this? That's what I'm trying to track them together.
and that's what I was going to let the court be aware of. The mental health evaluation, that requirement would be satisfied for the purposes of probation if it has been completed and he's in compliance and has provided proof of that. We're not going to ask him to do it twice, but he would have to provide that to probation and parole since it would be a term and condition for probation. That was the intent. We do formally announce to all across the county.
Thank you.
You want, you don't want to have those crossways.
That's correct, Your Honor. That was the intent.
Okay. Did I swear you out or swear you in?
Yes, sir.
So, I just need to make sure that after this clarification, we know what you know what you're doing, and that you're entering this freely and voluntarily. So you heard statement of the discussion and the written plea agreement. I see you signed the last page of it. And you have, I assume you have read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
Gone over with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Understand that by entering into this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This will be a final adjudication of this case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you've heard the discussion, and you're basically tracking what's in the case plan, and particularly with regards to mental health evaluation and treatment, and, you know, making sure the kids get to their medical appointments, et cetera. Those are all also part of the probation. And what the state is intending to do, just so you understand it, okay? You've got a case plan that essentially says the same thing as, if you fail the case plan, they might take your kids away from you and terminate your parental rights. If you fail it in this criminal case, they'll throw you in jail. Or could. I want you to understand that.
I do
Understand the distinction, so we can do it. So, but anyway, the most important thing is that you've been cooperating. There's no reason you can't succeed at all these things. And as Ms. Basso said, no reason you shouldn't want to succeed, because this is your family, hopefully. If not, you shouldn't be around your kids. But hopefully, you know, whatever's going on, that this will be a starting point for something possible. Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement, acknowledging the state's dismissal of count 1 with full adjudication. On count 2, which will be as charged, 3 years probation with the specific conditions that are contained in the plea agreement, the mental health evaluation, and travel to the kids' appointments, etc., as well as the gainful employment and the court costs. Waive all supervision and probation. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can take that. You're going to talk to her right there. Your Honor, next is Philip R. Dawn. Mr. Dawn, D-A-H-N, is number 289 on the docket, Your Honor. Philip R. Dawn, D-A-H-N. He is approaching in 22 CF 1616. Your Honor, we're asking to return docket day. This is a pretty old case, but Mr. Dawn has obtained some records that we needed to share with the state that we've been looking for a while. So if he can come back docket day in a week for a plea or continuance, we're hoping to resolve it on Monday, but if not, we'll hopefully resolve it next cycle. We've done the work to resolve the case, Your Honor.
Very good. We'll continue this matter till next Monday, 2/19 on docket day for plea or continuance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, also similarly with a plea or continue docket day is Jeremy W. Dixon. Mr. Dixon is approaching in 290, docket 290. He's before the court in 22 CF 2061. Your Honor, I'm asking to have him return on docket day for a plea or continue. We've recently did a sworn interview by stipulation with the state of a material witness that we've been trying for a number of months. So most of the discovery is behind us, but just in case there are a couple moving parts, we do need to set it as a plea or continue for Monday. But again, we're hoping to resolve it.
State would agree, Your Honor.
Court will continue this matter until docket day 2/19, plea or continue.
And then Ms. Farkas has one Ms. Basso's cases.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I actually have two cases with Ms. Basso. The first one is Armand Colbreth. There should be a waiver of appearance in the file. We have scheduled deposition.
Oh, you're here. Oh, hey. How you doing?
Hold on a second. Repeat the name, please.
Colbreth, C-U-L-B-R-E-T-H.
Okay, very good. I've got it.
Your Honor, so Mr. Colbreth is here. We have scheduled depositions for March 26th. So if we could have a continuance so we can conduct those depositions.
That's without objection, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will continue this matter until April 8th, 9 a.m.
And then, Your Honor, I have one more. Erica Cook, C-O-O-K, docket ending 2487. I have not spoken with Ms. Cook. I haven't been able to get a hold of her, and I don't believe she's here today. But this is also a case with Ms. Basso, so I wanted to call it now. I don't have any information as to her whereabouts.
They would ask for no bond capias, Your Honor. Part of her problem was.
Court will issue a no bond capias.
That's it for me for right now.
Your Honor, proceeding with
Is that all
us.
you got, Ms. Basso?
Is that-
Is that all you got?
I think I might have one outlier, but I'm fine, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Medina?
Your Honor, next is Kevin Bruce Allen. Mr. Allen is approaching 260 on the docket in 23 CF 2127. We have a signed plea agreement and a score sheet, Your Honor.
Is that Matthew Allen?
No, Your Honor, this is Kevin Bruce Allen.
Okay, sorry.
It should be 260.
I got it. Thank
May
you.
I approach, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you please announce the case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Under the terms of the agreement in 23 CF 2127, Mr. Allen will be pleading no contest. There will be an adjudication of guilt as charged. There will be 24 months probation, 24 hours community service, no contact with Jennifer Miller, maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications per week, anti-theft class, no firearms during supervision, no unprescribed drugs, random urinalysis at least once per month, $515 court costs, $150 public defender fees.
You're okay with the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that is the state's agreement.
Very good. Mr. Allen, would you raise your right hand, sir? You swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
I see those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
Have you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes, sir.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you had all your legal questions answered.
Yes, sir.
Understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving the right to go to a trial, waiving some other valuable legal rights as well, and that this will be a final adjudication of this case.
Yes, sir.
You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You believe this is in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. There will be an adjudication of guilt as charged, and the defendant will be sentenced to 24 months probation, which will include as special terms of the probation, 24 hours community service, no contact with Jennifer Miller, maintain gainful employment or complete 2 applications a week, and a theft class, no firearms, no unprescribed drugs, random UA, court cost, etc. Make sure, just to remind you, this is one-sided, no contact. Even if Miss, you don't know the circumstance, but even if Miss Miller walked up to you in public, in Walmart, you're in violation, she's not, so stay away from her.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
You will need to see her. But you can take this one. Your Honor, next is, with a plea agreement, is Shayna Deanne Bland. And is it Shauna or Shayna? Shayna. Your Honor, Ms. Bland is approaching in docket 270, 23 CF 1069. And we have a signed plea agreement and a score sheet, Your Honor. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Your Honor, under the terms of the agreement in 23 CF 1069, Ms. Bland will will be pleading no contest with a withhold of adjudication as charged, 24 months probation on count 1, with 11 months, 29 days concurrent probation on count 2, 615 court costs, 150 public defender fees, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days, random UAs, 24 hours community service, maintain gainful employment, or complete 2 applications a week, no drugs except as prescribed, and no firearms during supervision.
That is the state's agreement, Your Honor.
And is the defense in agreement on the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Bland, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement. I see those same terms are in your written plea agreement that you've signed. It looks like you signed it. You signed it, yes?
Yes, sir.
And you've gone over it, I assume, or, well, first of all, have you read it? Have you
Yes.
read this plea?
I have.
You went over it with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered.
Yes, sir.
You understand that this will be a final resolution in your case, but you are waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to have the state prove their case beyond reasonable doubt, confront with. Those are the kind of things, the constitutional rights that you have, you're waiving in order to get a final resolution.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
With this in your best interest?
Yes.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication as charged on both counts, and the defendant will be sentenced as to count 1 to 24 months probation, and as to count 2, 11 months, 29 days concurrent probation. There'll be, as a condition of this probation, there'll be fees and costs, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment, commence within 60, UAs, community service hours, employment applications, no drugs or firearms.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
See her. Wow, where'd it go? Your Honor, next is Ariana Rose Bamba. Ms. Bamba is approaching.
Is that B.A.?
B-A-M-B-A is last name, docket 267.
Okay.
And we have an agreement that has been signed by all parties, Your Honor, and a score sheet.
Mr. McGinnis, this is Ms. Bumble.
Yes, ma'am, this is Ms. Bamba.
I believe as we discussed, the score sheet needs to be.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Yes, thank you for that reminder. Your Honor, under the terms of the agreement in 23 CF 2511, the state has agreed to submit a modified score sheet, and I'll reflect the changes that are occurring under this agreement. She'd be pleading no contest with a withhold of adjudication as charged on count 2. Count 2 was possession of controlled substance. There will be adjudication of guilt to a lesser included offense, misdemeanor resisting officer without violence, first degree misdemeanor on count 1, statutory reference is given. And to count 3, which was a driving without license, second-degree misdemeanor as charged. There will be 24 months probation on count 2, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days, random analysis, 48 hours community service with a minimum of 8 hours a month until complete. Maintain gainful employment or I wrote in, or full-time school enrollment, and I believe the state was okay with that because she's a full-time student. She's only 18, and it's good for her to be pursuing completion of her education. Or she has to complete 3 applications a week. 615 court costs. She may do additional community service for eligible costs, and the clerk's office could advise her how much would be eligible. 150 public defender fees, waive cost of supervision, time served on counts 1 and 3.
You have a copy of the agreement?
Oh, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I do apologize.
You were going so well that I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, that's...
You have a score sheet?
Yes, as the state, they're making changes, so you're going to submit it later, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Baum, would you please raise your right
Sorry.
hand? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is true, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see that you have signed the written plea agreement.
Yes.
Have you read this closely?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
And have you gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes.
Importantly, in this, in addition to the actual terms of the plea agreement, there's a lot of other legal stuff in here.
Yeah.
One of the things is, and it lays out you're waiving some valuable legal rights, constitutional rights are promised to you by the Bill of Rights, the right to a jury trial, the right to confront witnesses and other things like that. You understand, you've gone over those with your attorney, make sure you understood what you're giving up. You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this plea agreement and have a final resolution here today?
Yes.
Okay, and you have had all your legal questions answered by your attorney?
Yes, sir, I have.
Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea agreement. And as to count 2, there'll be an adjudication of guilt.
No, Your Honor, I beg your pardon. That would be a withhold on count 2.
Correct. I didn't read it right. There'll be a withhold of adjudication as charged on count 2. That's a possession of controlled substance. There'll be adjudication of guilt to the lesser included offense of misdemeanor resisting officer without violence, with statutory cites in here, as to count 1, and to count 3 is charged. Based upon that, the court will sentence the defendant as to count 2 to 24 months of probation. A condition of those probation would be substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, followed by recommended treatment, commence within 60s, random UAs, 48 hours community service, so many hours a month, maintain gainful employment or full-time school, or applications, and then the standard fees and costs. Time served on counts 1 and 3. So you've got credit for time served on counts 1 and 3, but
Those are with the reduction, those are the misdemeanors, Your Honor. So she will not become a convicted felon under this agreement. Because count 1 was reduced
so
to...
the probation is only as to count 2.
That's correct, Your Honor. Just to make it easy off the paperwork.
Are you enrolled in school now?
Yes, Your Honor. The Okaloosa Technical College, actually right here by the courthouse.
Okay. Very good. That's important. One thing I'm going to say to you, I'm going to be straight with you. First of all, there's no reason why you can't be successful with this.
Yep.
You're obviously a bright young person. even though you're formally an adult, you're still a young person. Yeah, unfortunately, the law treats you like a different human being that day you turn 18, but we all know you're not a lot smarter the day you turn 18.
You were before.
364 days at age 17. But it's something to understand because, you know, you are held to a much higher standard into this. But it's important. The only one recommendation I'm going to say to you about this probation is that you need to be successful. There's not going to be a felony conviction. That's a big deal.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. I was thankful for
You
that.
need to make your new best friend needs to become your probation officer.
Yeah.
Okay. And by that I mean not to be, you know, fine, I'm being cute a little bit, but I'm not. What I mean is to stay in good contact.
Yeah.
Don't make them chase you down. Follow up, make a phone call them. If there's some issue that comes up, you know, you can call me and talk to them.
Talk to them.
They want you to be successful too. And I've seen, but a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
And they end up failing because you violate on this probation and they come back and want to put you in jail. That's not where you need to be. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're gonna see her. Okay, good luck. Thank you, Your Honor. Next is Brooke Elizabeth Barnett. Ms. Barnett is 268 on the docket. She's approaching in 23 CF 1920. And I have a signed agreement. The agreement cross-references that she's going to be doing the PTI program. So she will be, after she leaves here, going to meet with the PTI officer. And you'll get the address from her. May I approach her? We worked out the PTI agreement. There were some minor modifications that were initialed by Assistant State Attorney Sharpless as being acceptable to her, to the state. And Your Honor, under the terms of the agreement, defendant shall, she's entering a no contest plea that's more or less contingent. She shall enter and successfully complete the PTI program. If she enters and successfully completes PTI, the plea shall automatically be withdrawn and the case dismissed. If she fails to enter and successfully complete PTI, defendant shall go directly to sentencing. Under the discretion of the court, she understands it's very important because she could become a convicted felon if she doesn't complete PTI and have other adverse consequences. And Your Honor, I will also represent to the court that she's made arrangements to basically borrow a very large amount of money. She's not she's a poor person, but she's getting lawful access to funds so that she can pay back on a loan a very large amount that she will be paying back under the PTI program. So it's very good that she's able to pay back a substantial amount of money under this agreement, Your Honor.
State agreement. State?
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry, Judge. Yes, that's the state's agreement. I did agree with PTI.
Ms. Barnett, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And those same terms are contained in the written plea agreement, not the actual terms of the trial intervention, but the underlying plea agreement that references the PTI.
Yes, sir.
So the entering and completing of the PTI program is the condition of this plea agreement. And if you successfully complete the PTI, your case is going to be dismissed. That's a great benefit, obviously. However, this is the kicker, and I don't mean, I know your attorney's already kind of gotten down and dirty with you and explained you this. But if you fail to complete this PTI, you go directly to sentencing. And what's really hard about it, not hard, but hard, this is a second-degree felony, max 15 years. Okay. So this is, you get like the best of all worlds. If you complete it, you get it dismissed. But if you don't, you're liable for some, I'm not saying that's what, but I'm saying that's the liability, but certainly some DOC time. So, I mean, you're looking at a kind of severe either or. So that means that when I said to the young lady, I'll say to you, your probation officer and that PTI officer needs to be your new best friend. You work with them, they'll work with you, but start with them. Okay. Based upon all that, the court will accept your plea and plea agreement here today based upon the entering and successfully completing the PTI program. Good luck.
Thank you. See her. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Next
Do we
is...
need a score sheet?
No, Your Honor, because she's not being sentenced unless she does not complete the PTI program. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Medici, does she have the PTI agreement?
She does have it, and I think I gave it to you to make a copy because we have some initials of Ms. Sharpless. Your Honor, next is Barbara Cecilia Boone. Ms. Boone is approaching in docket 273, case 23 CF 2763. She did point out to me that on this plea and sentence agreement, the middle name is spelled C-E-C-I-L-I-A, but it's C-E-C-E-L-I-A correctly. But because we just maintain the spelling that's in the docket, we're not changing that on the agreement. But
on my docket, I have C-E-C-E-L-I-A.
okay, well then that must be in my systems. It just spit it out the wrong way. So I'm going to go ahead and interlineate, or whatever you call it. I'm changing that I to an E up in the caption, Your Honor.
Sure.
Your Honor, this is a misdemeanor agreement, so there does not have to be a score sheet. If I may approach with the agreement that's been signed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Would you announce the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Under the agreement, Barbara Cecilia Boone will be pleading no low contendere, no contest to an agreement under which there would be an adjudication guilt to a lesser included offense, misdemeanor possession of paraphernalia on count 1. Statutory reference is given. And then on count 2, which was already a paraphernalia misdemeanor, that would be as charged. So she'll have 2 paraphernalias, and there will be concurrent 11 months, 29 days probation. Probation would be supervised by JCS. I don't know if the bailiff has a card for JCS. Okay, good, but they're going to give you a card anyway. You don't get anything free except a card. Substance abuse evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days. Random urinalysis, 270 court costs, and 150 PD fees, Your Honor.
Very good stating agreement.
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Ms. Boone, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
And the terms of the plea agreement, essentially you'll have 2 charges of possession of paraphernalia. One will be a reduced charge and the other one is as charged. In both those cases, you'll get concurrent, which will run at the same time, of probation, 11 months, 29 days. And you must do, importantly, the substance abuse evaluation and any treatment as contained in here within 30 days. And recommended treatment within 60 days, and then you got random UA. So, you have to address this issue that's sitting out there, and maybe this will be a benefit in the long run. So you understand all that? You understand by entering this plea agreement here, you're waiving the right to go to a trial,
Yes, sir.
et cetera. And you've gone over all this. I see you signed this, but have you gone over with your attorney, make sure you have understood all the issues?
Extensively, yes, sir.
But based upon that, the court will accept your plea and sentence you to 11 months, 29 days for both counts, as well as the other things contained. It will be supervised by JCS, and they give you. Okay. Any questions, ma'am?
No, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You just go to the people on the card right now, okay? Your Honor, next is, are we ready to go on, Joseph? Your Honor,
Do you have a copy of this brochure that's not written?
I think I have it right there. It's the only one I have. Your Honor, did you see the little change to take the .2? Because one of those was dropped. Okay, so it's 37.4 instead of 37.6. Super minor. Your Honor, if Joseph Aaron Boone may approach, Your Honor. Mr. Boone. He is docket number 274, Your Honor. Joseph Aaron Boone in 22 CF 1886. We have a plea and sentence agreement. I want to make sure he sees a minor modification that was made. There was a dropping of one of those misdemeanors, so your points came down 0.2. So it's 37.4 instead of 37.6. Okay, you understand the change? It went down 0.2 your score. Your Honor, may I approach with the agreement? Thank you. Apologize for the folding, Your Honor. He didn't realize it was our only complete copy. That's on me. Your Honor, under the terms of the agreement, Mr. Joseph Aaron Boone in 22 CF 1886 will be pleading no contest. The state is agreeing to dismiss count 2 in exchange for the following: adjudication of guilt as charged on counts 1, 3, and 4. And I will note that count 1 is a felony. 3 and 4 are misdemeanors. There will be 3 years probation with a special condition of 30 days jail with credit for all time served on count 1, the felony count. There will be credit for time served on the misdemeanors counts 3 and 4. And I would note, he advises me that he thinks he has about 6 days jail, but that whatever the calculation is of time served would be, he'd be due all his credit for time served. There will be a victim impact panel, multi-offender DUI school, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days with any recommended treatment to commence within 60 days, random urinalysis, $683 court costs, $150 public defender fees, $2,000 fine, $100 surcharge, 2-year ignition interlock, 50 hours community service. He may not buy out the community service, 6-month driver's license suspension, maintain gainful employment, or complete 2 applications a week. That is the agreement, Your Honor.
Your Honor, that was the state's agreement.
Very good. Mr. Boone, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm?
I don't swear.
You can affirm.
Listen to this one. Do you swear or affirm?
Can you step closer?
You still have to raise your right hand. I'm not asking you to swear. Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? You affirm?
Yes.
Yes? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes.
So, Mr. Boone, you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those terms are contained in the written plea agreement that you have signed. So did you read this plea agreement closely?
Yes.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes.
Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any further legal questions of your attorney?
No.
And you understand that by entering this plea agreement, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, the right to force the state to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to confront witnesses, other constitutional rights. You're waiving that in order to have the final adjudication of this matter here today based on the plea. Do you understand that? You want me to say it again?
Yes, I understand.
You understand? And you do believe that this, entering this plea agreement here today is in your best interest?
I don't know.
Why are you entering this plea agreement?
I'm ready to get this over with.
We can get over it by going to a trial. This isn't the only way to do that. Basically, that's the way, these cases are resolved in one of two ways. We either go to a trial or we have a plea agreement. But it's a final resolution, but you don't have to take this plea agreement, you can go to a trial. Those are your only, unfortunately, those are the only options. But this is a plea agreement. The only two reasons why I'm asking these questions, I have to ask you these questions, because I have to determine two things. One, do you understand what you're doing? Okay? Nobody's trying to trick you or anything like that. I want to understand what you're doing. Secondly, that you're entering into it freely and voluntarily. If you don't answer both those things, if I'm not convinced that you understand what you're doing, whether you're entering it freely and voluntarily, I'm not going to accept this plea agreement. So, that's why I'm just letting you know what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to burden you with more questions and whatnot. But I want to make sure you understand what you're doing. Do you understand what you're doing here? I think you do. But do you?
Yes.
And you believe it's in your best interest? I mean, you want to do this? I just want to make sure you want to enter into this plea agreement. I don't want you to feel like somebody's twisting your arm and forcing you to enter into this. You entering into this freely and voluntarily? If you're not, I'll give you some more time. I'm not going to press you on this here today. You want to enter into this plea agreement here today? You want more time?
No, it's been long enough.
Okay. Do you want to enter into this plea agreement here today?
Yes.
Based upon that testimony, the court accepts your plea agreement. The state agrees to the plea agreement and to dismiss count 2, correct?
Yes, Your Honor, that was the state's agreement.
The state, based upon the state's agreement, the state will dismiss count 2 in exchange for the following sentence. There'll be an adjudication of guilt, counts 1, 3, and 4. And as to count 1, the defendant is sentenced to 3 years probation with a special condition of 30 days in jail with credit for all time served. And as to counts 3 and 4, you will get credit for time served. You don't have any further requirements on those 2 counts. There are a number of other conditions of the probation, the DUI school, substance abuse evaluation and treatment, fines and fees. Of course, they always do that. 50 hours of community service, driver's license suspension, and the other things that are contained in your plea and sentencing agreement. Any questions?
No.
And the defense, Mr. Medina, you're okay with the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor. There was a handwritten change reducing it, reflecting the dismissal of count 2.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You do need to see her, sir. It's for fingerprinting. Your Honor.
You do have 30 days to appeal this, Mr. President.
Your Honor, I think the court's probably wanting a break at this point.
Actually, I do. That's very, very insightful. You warned me out this morning, not you, but I didn't get a break this morning, so I'm still lagging a little behind. Go get a cup of coffee, and then we'll push through the last stuff.
Yes, sir. I know we have a lot of clients wanting to call him, but I know the court wanted a break, so we understand.
Is that all right? Can I take a break, Mr. Gates?
That's fine with me, Your Honor. I'm not going anywhere.
All rise, please. Court is in recess.
So I'll call mine as soon as we get back.
Just have a quick question. Is it possible to tell this has nothing to do with it? It needs to be off. It's scratched off. That's good. Well, I mean, just that doesn't have anything to do with my name, right? It looks weird on my here. I don't know. It's serious stuff, so it's just I just want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on. Now I don't, especially myself.
Yes.
We'll get you as soon as we can.
Make it happen. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Cyclone Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured,
family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Man, I got this. Let's roll.
Fight fire with fire, take one.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working. Whoa! Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualifying heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at DaysTirePros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Check out the soaps, bath bombs, and other bath and body products, all made by hand with natural ingredients at Hub City Soapery. Visit us at 1092 North Verdon Boulevard in Crestview or shop online at hubcitysoapery.com. Hub City Soapery.
This is Tiffany Woodham, State Farm's newest agent in Crestview. I'd like to personally invite you to stop by my office for a no-cost policy review. Let me help you start saving today. Call in, walk in, or click in at yourcrestviewagent.com.
Alex Barthay from the UPS store once again, and I wanted to let you know about our Sunday hours. We're open now 7 days a week. Normal hours that you've been expecting, but now we're open Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, and that's both our Crestview, Fort Walton Beach, and Eglin Air Force Base locations. So you have things to do, go and do it. Just know the UPS store is going to be here. Again, Sundays 10 until 3 p.m.
Man, I got this. Let's roll.
Fight fire with fire, take one.
Have you been injured in an accident and need righteous representation? Call us, because we fight fire. Damn thing ain't working.
Whoa!
Not cool, bro.
I'm Attorney Coy Browning. Personal injury is no joke. Just ask him.
Injured? Take a breath. Call Coy.
Hi, I'm Wanda Roberts. For the last 20 years, I've been helping the residents of Northwest Florida buy and sell their properties. My office is just 1 block south of the courthouse in historic downtown Crestview. Give us a call at 850-398-5389.
Hi, I'm Michael Gilbert, defense attorney with Warrior Law. I represent those accused in Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Walton County. If you or anyone you know has been accused of a crime, give us a call. We can help.
The Cottage Formalware, located at 648 North Wilson Street, has all your needs for looking your best. We have homecoming, prom, and pageant dresses. We have tux rental suits, vests, ties. Need something casual? We have that too. Shop Hometown First and visit us on Facebook at the Cottage Boutique and Formalware. We're located at 648 North Wilson Street. Call 850-682-2446.
Hello, this is Chris Norman at Bulldog Bail Bonds. Our office is in Crestview, Florida, but we service 7 Northwest Florida counties. If you ever find yourself in a jam, please give us a call. We're here to help you out.
Congratulations, Crestview's very own Dixie Dan Powell of Powell Injury Law, for your recent jury verdict of $11.5 million for your client from a death and injury against an inflatable amusement company. Recognized in 2017 as one of the top 100 civil trial lawyers in the state of Florida, and Dixie is AV Preeminent rated. Dixie Dan Powell works tirelessly for his clients, as is evident by this extraordinary verdict. If you're taking your case to trial, be prepared. Contact Dixie Dan Powell and Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667.
Back Home Bakery Cafe is 2 blocks from the courthouse on Crestview's historic Main Street. We serve handmade pastries, espresso, and lunch items, and we're open Tuesday to Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., serving lunch from 11 to 2. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I am Bonnie from Body Be Healthy here in Crestview. We have been serving the area since 1999. We're an alternative health food store. If you're interested in bettering your health, we'd like to invite you to stop by. We're located in Court Plaza. Stop by and let us help you be healthy.
I'm Amanda Gaskin with Briarpatch Realty. Helping qualified heroes save money is my passion. When I help a hero buy or sell a home, they receive a check from Homes for Heroes. Check out amandasheroes.com for more information.
For more than 70 years, the sweet aroma of the Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs has permeated the downtown area. If you have not experienced the unique flavor of Crestview's Coney Islands burgers and hot dogs, then I encourage you to join us for lunch. Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. We're located in historic downtown Crestview at 107 North Main Street. Call 850-683-1045.
CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer since 1999. We're state licensed and insured, family owned and operated with 24 years of local service. We specialize in shingles and metal, re-roofs, repairs, and leak specialists. For all of your roofing needs, call us today or visit our website at cqroofing.com. CQ Roofing, your hometown roofer.
Days Tire Pros makes buying tires simpler. They offer a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties, a hassle-free experience, and a great selection of Michelin tires. No matter what you drive or where you have driven, Michelin has a tire to fit any need. Visit our store in Crestview or online at daystirepros.com. Tire Pros love the drive.
Hey, I'm David at Family Vision of Crestview. We've been providing excellent optical service for Northwest Florida for over 34 years. Come in and let us take care of you.
Your Honor, Mr. Anderson is going to be doing two things. Number one is he's going to be scheduling a meeting with me. It can be by phone or it can be in person. And we've been trying to do this for a number of months, but he represents that he's made several calls in the past few days, and I know we'll do our best to get together right away. The second thing is he's going to be getting some medical and specifically some prescription information about the prescriptions that he was taking on the October day in 2023. That's this incident that's involved in this case. I don't think the state objects to having this continue to next cycle, but Mr. Anderson is here because I did not have the opportunity to meet with him yet. It's very important that we resolve this case because right now he has a 12.1 month prison offer followed by probation, and we certainly know he doesn't want those kind of outcomes, so I need his cooperation to get the best result possible for him.
This is the first time up, so based upon that as well as the surrounding circumstance, the court will grant the continuance until April 8th at 9 o'clock, and in the interim, you'll be meeting with your attorney.
Okay, so that's your next court date here, okay? But you and I need to talk real soon, okay? And you're gonna get with your nurse to get me the medical records, okay? That's your next court date. All right, you're free to leave. Thank you. Your Honor.
Just take your time, sir.
Take your time, sir. Thank you. Do you want to return these? Your Honor, next is Mr. Darren W. Cuellar. Mr. Cuellar, last name is spelled C-U-E-L-L-A-R. Like my favorite Baltimore Orioles pitcher in the early 70s. Come on, approach, sir. Your Honor, Darren W. Cuellar is before the court in 23 CF 1696. I think this is about his third time up. I recently took a deposition. I had a discussion and discussed with the state a 6-month concurrent probation offer that I thought Mr. Cuellar had approved. The state has been considering that. I would like him to return on docket day for a plea or continue. I do want to put on the record that I never pressure clients, including Mr. Cuellar, This morning, he told me he absolutely refused to do $270 in court costs or $150 PD fees. I explained that I thought the court costs, you could do maybe community service for some eligible costs, but I did not think the court could waive those, and as well as the PD fees. So if this is a non-starter and we have to have a trial, I've done my due diligence, but I think we probably should just set it for docket day for plea or continue to see if matters can work out. And we don't know yet the state's position, I might add.
Your Honor, I do need to have some victim contact. So yes, I would like for this to be left on docket day, plea or continue.
May I ask a question?
Talk to your attorney first to see. It is.
Sir, I don't understand.
It is.
I'm not
one of your
understanding.
charges is trespass.
Okay, so it's all together?
Yes, there's two of them, two charges.
I get it. Yeah, I want
And
to
if
plead
it
not
helps you
guilty.
any,
Yes.
The court shares your frustration with regards to fees and costs, and oftentimes we require fees and costs when people have a difficult time meeting it.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, we don't create the law, we just administer the law.
The state
and the legislature kind of does what they want to do on that, so.
I think the state would probably be willing to waive costs of supervision. It was these other costs.
Okay, I'm completely confused, Your Honor. I thought I was here to only do the trespassing, that I was under the understanding that they had no evidence for the other charge, because I want to plead not guilty to both of them. I definitely
You've already pleaded not guilty.
Okay, good. Okay, I just wanted to make that on record.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
and what we're doing is you're kind of proceeding, looking at what the evidence is, and then you're going to have to make a decision whether to accept the plea or to go to trial. And either way is fine.
Your Honor, I specifically discussed with Mr. Cuellar seeking a lesser included offense misdemeanor criminal mischief of 200 or less, rather than the current felony charge on count one, and then a misdemeanor trespass as charged on count two.
You don't have to go through what's being offered. You work it out with the state. If he agrees with it, if he doesn't,
well,
you got to be careful what you ask for, though, Mr. Cuellar.
I understand. I understand, Your Honor, fully.
And Your Honor, if I will consider it, I do need to have some victim contact, and if it's not able to be resolved, we will proceed to trial in April.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll
come back on docket day and see where we're at, and we'll continue to either be plea or continue.
And I just didn't want it to be any implication with him that this was me pushing the court costs or the PD fees. It's court policy and statutory and so forth. Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Next week, 9
a.m. You're gonna come back on the 19th in a week to see if we can see what the state's position is and where we're gonna go from there.
Right.
But it's with a plea or continue.
I got it.
Okay? It's not gonna be a trial. So you'll come back in a week. Thank you, Your Honor.
Do I need to sign or?
No, sir.
You're good.
Thank you. Your Honor, last of present clients is Jonathan William Elliott. Mr. Elliott is 23 CF 1820. He is docket number 291. Your Honor, I'm asking to have Mr. Elliott return on docket day for plea or continue. I've had, I believe, one meeting with Mr. Elliott, but because of a lack of client contact, I tried to reach out to the state and formulate the best deal I can for Mr. Elliott. He's going to think it over. I don't think he wants the best offer of the state. I certainly am strongly recommending something, but he has every right to go to trial if he wants to. I just would ask the state to hold open the offer that was the disorderly conduct on counts 1 through 4 until docket day.
Your Honor, I will hold that offer open until docket.
Thank you.
Very good. Come back on the 19th, which is Monday at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, to my knowledge, my other clients are not here, and I'll deal with them in the housekeeping portion. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Who wishes? You want to go?
I just have 3 clients who are entering, please, Your Honor.
Okay.
First, Miss Tannehill, Phyllis, docket ending 2092.
Hold on a second. What's the name?
Tannehill, Tannehill.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Your Honor, Ms. Tannehill will be entering a plea of no contest to count 3, the driving while license suspended, first conviction. The state, I believe, will be dismissing counts 1 and 2. Ms. Tannehill will pay court costs and the $150 public defender fee, and she'll get credit for time served. I have a signed agreement here, if I can approach it.
Your Honor, that's the state's agreement.
We have a score sheet?
We don't need one, it's a misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Misdemeanor, that's correct. Ms. Tannehill, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Tannehill, you heard, Ms. Tannehill, that you get the award today for the shortest signature. So, I see that you have, it appears you've signed. Did you sign this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And my first question is, did you read this closely?
Yes, sir.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Pretty straightforward. Dismiss counts 1 and 2, and driving on a suspended license in count 3. There'll be adjudication of guilt, court costs, credit for time served, which means you basically don't have any further incarceration or probation. Is that your understanding of what the plea is?
Yes, Judge.
And you believe it's in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir.
You understand this will be a final resolution of your case? You're waiving the right to go to a trial on all those things?
Yes, sir.
Had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea, dismiss counts 1 and 2. Count 3, there'll be a driving while on license suspended, and there'll be an adjudication of guilt, court costs, credit for time served.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much. How much time, you want to ask for 6 months to pay those fees and costs?
That would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you've got 6 months to pay, and that's important because if you don't, if you had to pay it immediately, they could go after your license on it.
Yes, sir.
So you got 6 months, and then it'll go to lien if you don't pay.
Next, Your Honor, I'm going to call Brian Corum, C-O-R-U-M, docket ending 2361. He's approaching. Mr. Corum will be entering a plea of no contest, adjudicate guilty to both charges with credit for time served.
How do you spell the last name?
I'm sorry, C-O-R-U-M.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So Mr. Corum will be pleading no contest on both charges, adjudicate guilty with credit for time served, $615 in court costs, and the $150 public defender fee. If I could approach.
You may.
That's the state's agreement, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's one.
Okay. And you're in agreement with regards to the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Corum, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So you heard the terms of the plea agreement that are contained also in the written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
Did you read this closely? Did you go over it with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that by entering into this plea, you're waiving the right to go to a trial and some other constitutional.
Yes, sir.
You believe this is in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes, sir.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be an adjudication of guilt on both counts with credit for time served, and then there's fees and costs. You will have 6 months to pay those.
Yes, sir.
Before it goes to lien. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lastly, I have Sean Florence, lastly for the please, Florence, Florence.
I'm sorry, F?
Yes,
Right.
Florence.
Florence. Okay. Ma'am,
Uh,
I'm going to ask you to do one little thing. If you would give me the plea and sentencing agreement, so I can track it while you're repeating. It's easy when they're simple.
Yes.
But if they're more complicated, it's hard for me to track it.
May I
without
have
looking.
Oh, I didn't sign it.
Thank you. Okay. Would you please announce the plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. There are two dockets in front of you. Mr. Florence will will be adjudicated guilty on the new law charge. That's docket ending 1490. It has a mandatory 10-day sentence at OCJ. The state has agreed to weekends to allow Mr. Florence to arrange parenting. He is a single parent. $615 in court costs and the $150 public defender fee. Mr. Florence knows that the weekends at OCJ will be determined by probation. As for the VOP, that's docket ending 2607. Mr. Florence will admit the VOP. It will be reinstate the original terms and modify to add 1 year of probation. It had 11 months, 29 days probation, so we'll add another 11 months, 29 days probation.
Stated agreement?
That's correct, Judge.
Very good. Mr. Florence, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement, and I see those terms are contained in the written plea agreement. Did you read this agreement closely?
I did.
You go over it in detail with your attorney, make sure you had all your legal questions answered.
Yes, sir.
Understand that by entering into this plea agreement, this will be a final adjudication of this case.
Yes, sir.
Or both cases. And you will be waiving the right to jury trial and some other things along the way.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have you had all your legal questions answered by your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea agreement. And as to case number 23, CF 1490, will be an adjudication of guilt to the driving on a suspended license, third conviction, will be sentenced to the mandatory 10 days in the Okaloosa County Jail. You will be able to serve those 10 days on weekends. Just have to coordinate with the probation to exactly when, how many, etc. So as it relates, you also are required to pay court costs and fees, of course. In case number 22 CF 2607, that'll be the VOP. You're admitting the VOP, and the court is reinstituting probation on this charge and adding to the original terms and conditions 1 year of probation. So the same terms and conditions, just adding a year. Any questions? Thank you very much.
Over here, sir.
Sir.
And Judge, since it's a modification, I don't think a score sheet is required.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
I'm just going to run down the docket of who I should have moved forward with.
Okay.
I'll start with Ann Gaylord. Ms. Gaylord should be number 200 on the docket, Your Honor.
Okay.
Could be fun times. We'll skip Ms. Gaylord, Your Honor.
What's that?
We'll skip Ms. Gaylord. I'll go with Ms. Gibson, 202 on the docket. Your Honor, this is Ms. Gibson before the court. At this time, we'll ask the court to continue her case. I think you say in our closing agreement, they've mentioned drug court as an alternative. I provided Ms. Gibson with that contact information, so hopefully that'll get done before the next court date.
Okay, so we're going to do a full cycle.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll continue this till 4/8. I'll give you a couple months. It's going to take some time for them to evaluate. The drug court program is a very good program, but you got to give it a little time to make sure you qualify, et cetera. So try and get that done. Don't try. Please get that done before that the April 8th hearing, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Communicate with stay in touch with your attorney.
And Your Honor, while I have Ms. Gibson here, but I do have another issue. She was released on a stipulated bond with the state attorney's office. The bond required her to be in the Saving Grace program. If she was not in that program, she was returned to the county jail. Unfortunately, she is no longer in that program, so I'm not sure how the state wanted to move forward, if they were good with keeping her out pending drug court, or...
Why is she no longer in the program?
I think she had some issues with the program, and as soon as she did contact my office, came back and has been in touch with my office almost daily, trying to figure out what the intent was going to be with that bond.
It was the panhandling part of the program that I didn't want to cooperate with it. And so they
had to raise money, fundraise.
Oh. Judge, I'd be fine if we modify the terms of the bond to include going to AA once a week or something to that nature.
She has been doing AA and NA once a week since she was removed from the program or left the program. If we could just have the clerk's minute sheet reflect bond, modify it to remove the saving grace and require AA and NA meetings, I think we can do that as well.
The court will go along with this. You better get on this drug court program. I'll just tell you from my point of view, this is the first I've heard of anything like this, negative with Saving Grace. It's been a very good program. And if the state wasn't so cooperative here today, you might be back in jail. Okay? This is serious now. You've got to address this. You can't walk away from it. And trust me, drug court ain't going to be any easier. Drug court's going to stay on top of you hard, okay? Because we want to make sure that you are successful, okay? This is just, this doesn't lead anywhere good, okay? This court will allow you to stay out at the agreement of the state.
Thank you.
Okay. And you said you have been attending AA meetings?
Yes.
Can we have proof, like, can the court require proof to be shown to pretrial services?
But she's not on pretrial services. We can add that.
AA or NA?
She's not.
She's not on pretrial services, so we could do that, but we would have to essentially do a holding order with pretrial services checking her in, which we haven't done.
I think that'd probably be good, because it may be a couple months and it'd allow a lot of, at least there's some contact, so, you know, if not.
Yes, Your Honor. Given that, I'll have to put an order in for the court to sign, because that'll make it a little clearer. And if Ms. Gibson can have a seat, I'll give her the contact for pretrial services, so she can get that ball rolling as well.
That's a good suggestion.
And just for the record, Ms. Gibson was abundantly aware the court or the state might have revoked her bond today and still showed up and sat here all day long. She's more than willing to cooperate with whatever we needed to or we're going to ask of her.
Well, again, I want to be clear. This is not like trying to, hey, we're just vindictive. Or we want you to be successful. And being successful, you got to bear down on these programs.
Thank you.
All right. Just have a seat. I'll get them. Okay. You know, next I've got is going to be Ricky Hawkins. Mr. Hawkins should be number 216 on the docket.
Okay.
Your Honor, we are going to ask the court to continue Mr. Hawkins' case. It is a bit older. There were some issues as far as my office representing him versus a private attorney, and there was an FTA at one point. My intent at this point is to schedule depositions. I did provide some information to the state on Mr. Hawkins' behalf. They've asked to give them some time to review that before they make a decision.
So we'll come back on April 8th at 9 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Next I've got is going to be Jennifer Hennessy Alger. Miss Alger should be number 219 on the docket.
What was the last name?
Hennessy Alger.
Thank you.
Counsel.
We have a plea agreement to be filed in Ms. Hennessy's case, Your Honor. It'll be to a misdemeanor, so there'll be no score sheet provided.
Okay. Would you please announce the terms of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Hennessy Alger will be entering a plea no contest to the lesser included offense in count 1 of possession of paraphernalia. In exchange for that plea, the state will dismiss count 2 of the information. It's going to be withhold of adjudication, 11 months, 29 days of probation, $270 in court costs, $150 public defender fee, cost of investigation amount of $104.65 to the Niceville Police Department, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, recommended treatment within 60 days, random near analysis, and the state agreed to do automatic early termination in 6 months if all obligations have been completed and there have been no violations.
State.
That's correct, Judge.
Very good. Ms. Hennessy Alger, would you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you heard your attorney state the terms of your plea agreement.
Yes, sir.
I see those same terms are contained in your written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes, sir.
My first question is, I've been listening all day long, may I ask these same questions? Did you read this?
Yes, sir.
And did you go over it in detail with your attorney? Make sure you had all your legal questions answered?
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this, you're waiving some valuable legal rights, right to a trial, etc.?
Yes, sir.
Gone over all that with your attorney?
Yes,
Believe
sir.
it's in your best interest to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea, and the state's going to dismiss count 2, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, the court will accept that dismissal on count 2, and there'll be a withhold of adjudication to the lesser included charge of, is the lesser included?
Yes, Your Honor. Paraphernalia.
Possession of paraphernalia charge, and the court will sentence the defendant to 11 months, 29 days of probation. As a condition of that probation, there's $270 court costs and public defender fee, cost of investigation, and then importantly, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days and follow any recommendation. Start within 60. So you need to get on that right away because it takes some time to get in there. Of course, there will be random UAs during the course of this and other requirements such as no illegal prescription. Pay attention to this. Get in touch, stay in touch with your probation officer. That's the most important thing in this. You can get through it. If not, you end up coming back. Okay? Thank you very much.
Your Honor, I'm going to go back. Ms. Gaylord has come in the courtroom. Ms. Gaylord was number 200 on the docket. Your Honor, I was just appointed to Ms. Gaylord's case. If we can enter a continuance for her, I've told her to make an appointment with my office and we'll go over discovery and start figuring out what we're going to do.
Okay. State, it's okay with this.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Ms. Gaylord,
Yes, sir.
stay in touch with your attorney. Figure out where we're going with this thing. You can't put your head in the sand on this, okay? Meet up with your attorney.
I will.
Continue this matter until April 8th.
April 8th. Yeah. Your Honor, next is going to be Alden Henson. Mr. Henson is 220 on the docket.
You announce the case.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Henson is before the court in 23 CF 2477. We have a plea agreement to be filed in his case. It's to a misdemeanor, Your Honor, so a score sheet will not be necessary.
Thank you. Will you please announce the plea, Mr. Gates?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Henson will be entering a plea of no contest to the lesser included offense of possession of paraphernalia. It's adjudication of guilt, placed on 11 months, 29 days of probation, waive the cost of supervision, $270 court costs, $150 public defender fee, required to do the substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, any recommended treatment within 60 days, random urinalysis, maintain gainful employment, or complete 3 job applications per week. And there's a bit of a Scribner's error on that bottom part where I had the wrong case added to this.
Your Honor, the state is in agreement.
Very good. Mr. Henson, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you heard your attorney state the terms of the plea agreement. You can put your hand down. And those same terms are in your written plea agreement that we're checking here, that you signed.
Yeah.
Have you read through this thing closely?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Gone over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes.
You understand by entering into this, you're waiving the right to go to a trial. This will be a final adjudication of this case.
Yes, sir.
You believe it's in your best interest to enter into this?
Yes.
Okay. You've had all your legal questions answered?
Yeah, I have.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea to the lesser included charge of possession of paraphernalia. Will be an adjudication of guilt, and the defendant will be sentenced to 11 months, 29 days probation, waive the cost of supervision, $270 court cost, $150 public defender fee. Importantly, substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, start recommended treatment within 60s, random UAs, gainful employment, etc.
Okay. I have one question.
Sure.
If the probation office is closed today, do I just go tomorrow? Or is it closed today? I don't know what time it is.
I'll let probation check on that.
Yeah, because I don't want to
He's
violate.
not going to have enough time to go through the intake process, so you need your report tomorrow morning.
What time, 8 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay. I'll try to get a. I'll make sure I get a ride there.
Okay. Anything else?
I hope I could do it all today, but nothing. No, I'm good.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Your Honor, next is going to be Dennis Hunter. Mr. Hunter should be number 228 on the docket. Your Honor, Mr. Hunter and I have been talking about getting his license reinstated. He just realized he could get a payment plan, and that would help get that done quicker. The state is open to a counter if we can get a license, so if we can continue this, to allow him to get that payment plan, to get that license back, and then be in a better position.
Okay. How far out do you want to schedule, just to the next cycle?
Next cycle, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll continue this to 4/8. Stay on top of this and get it going. You can get this thing resolved. You just got to stay on it, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Come back on April 8th.
Your Honor, next I've got is going to be Celeste Johnson. Ms. Johnson should be number
231.
231. The court beat me to it. Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Johnson and I talked about some options in her case. I think if we can, you okay come back next Monday? I think you wanted to move, right?
Yeah, is that the next one?
Your Honor, we're going to leave her as a plea continue for Monday. The offer is community control and probation. Ms. Johnson's looking to move out of the state, so I'm going to talk to the state to see if maybe we can modify some of those terms. So if we can bring her back on Monday to let me talk with the state about that.
Very good. Come back on Dr. Day next Monday, 2/19, plea or continue.
Your Honor, next I've got is going to be Heather Johnson. Your Honor, this is Ms. Johnson before the court. At this time, I'm going to ask the court to continue her case. I'm going to look to schedule depositions and decide where we're going to go from there.
Looks like the first time up, so I assume the state has no objection.
No objection. Oh, sorry.
Court will continue this matter until the 8th of April, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Stay in touch with your attorney.
Okay, I'll give you a
Okay. Your Honor, next I've got is going to be Dennis Keaton. Mr. Keaton is going to be number 236 on the docket. Just take a look at the score sheet, Your Honor, to see I don't have a copy of the score sheet to say it'll be final later. It was 18 points. We have no objection to that as the score in this case, Your Honor. If I can just look at the score sheet.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Would you please announce?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Keaton is before the court in 23 CF 2764. At this time, Mr. Keaton will be entering a plea of no contest as charged. Be withhold of adjudication. And count 1, the felony count will be placed on 24 months of probation concurrent, waive the cost of supervision. Count 2, a year of probation, 11 months, 29 days concurrent. 615 in court costs, 150 public offender fee, 24 hours community service work, required to do a substance abuse evaluation within 30 days, and your recommended treatment within 60 days, random year analysis, maintain gainful employment, or complete 3 job applications per week.
State. State. Keaton.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
236.
234.
I have 236. Is it
The plea
234?
agreement?
236.
The plea agreement? I'm sorry, yes, Your Honor, the state is in agreement.
Mr. Keaton, would you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
So, Mr. Keaton, you heard the attorney state the terms of the plea agreement that's contained in your written plea agreement that you've signed.
Yes,
Have you
Your
read
Honor.
this closely?
Yes, Your
Gone
Honor.
over it in detail with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Made sure you had all your legal questions answered.
Yes, sir.
Importantly, waives valuable legal rights in order to get a final resolution. Right to go to a trial, force the state to prove their case off. Waiving all that in order to get a resolution. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Believe that's in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based upon that testimony, the court will accept your plea. There'll be a withhold of adjudication on both counts. In count 1, the court will sentence the defendant to 24 months probation, waive cost of supervision. In count 2, the court will sentence to 11 months, 29 days probation. And these 2 probation will be concurrent, so they'll run at the same time, so it's basically 2 years of probation. Got fees and costs. Importantly, you got substance abuse evaluation within 30. Recommended treatment is start within 60. That's important. Random UAs, and maintain employment, or make 3 applications. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck.
All right. Good luck, Dennis. You're welcome. Your Honor, the last one I've got is going to be Brian Kelly. That'll be number 237 on the docket. I have waivers for all the others but one. Your Honor, this is Mr. Kelly before the court. Handing him my card. First time on the docket, we'd ask the court to continue Mr. Kelly's case so that he and I could talk about case status and where we're going moving forward.
State.
That's fine, Judge.
The court will continue this matter until April 8th, 9 a.m. This is the first time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'll hand the floor to Mr. Medina.
Thank you. Your Honor, I think there might be 1 or 2 out of custody. The court may.
Ms. Lassiter, she originally had Mr. Medina, but was told that she wasn't eligible for being on, so she's on the docket last.
I think the clerk determined Ms. Lassiter wasn't eligible, but I'm not sure. Come on in.
Do we know where she is?
Yes, Your Honor, I think maybe she is 293 on the docket. Candace Lynette Lassiter And I think she's also known sometimes in the docket, I think her last name actually might be Bonner. Is it? And basically, my understanding is that, well, I think the clerk determined she wasn't eligible.
So this is Candace Lassiter?
Correct. Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Lassiter, the way this process works, first of all, you have a right to an attorney. You've heard this. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be provided to you. In order to determine whether or not you can afford one, you have to do this little financial audit. Based upon something you put in that, they said, well, no, she isn't. She can't afford it. I don't know what's in there. If you want to object to their rejection, you've got to go down and ask for it, and they'll give you a form, and then the court has to look at it.
Your Honor, an application was sent to your office on January 24th for review.
I would have, might have been. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's not that I'm aware of. Who would it have come?
Customer service, our customer service department.
Doesn't come across saying customer service. There's a name on it. Anyway, I'm just trying to think how to follow up on it.
Madam Clerk, was that simply forwarding of the notice of the denial, the determination of ineligibility, or was that of her request for a court review?
Did you seek a court review of the denial?
Yes, I signed the bottom of the form.
We could just print that and have the court look at it while we're here.
Sure.
After Ms. Lassiter will be before you change.
Yes, and, oh, you're here, okay, that's good. You can sit on this floor. Yeah, thank you. You made it back, good. You got good news.
So your bond was how much?
$5,000.
Did you get a cashier professional? Did you get a bondsman to assist you with that? Or did you
I had
just
a
pay $5,000?
I had a signature bond.
Oh, it was a signature bond?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why they rejected it. Okay. The reason why I did in here, it appears that you paid $5,000 cash.
Oh.
And they say, well, if you paid that much, you got some money. The court's going to override this. The court's going to deem you indigent and appoint you public defender. So, Mr. Medina, you're up.
Okay, Your Honor, I know that Ms. Bonner, AKA Lassiter, had sent some information to my office, and so if she will set an appointment, I would like to do a one-cycle continuance, if that's okay.
Very good.
Okay, so that will be April, is it the 8th, Your Honor? What is it?
April 8th.
April 8th at 9 a.m., ma'am, is your next court date. That'll give you plenty of time to set up an appointment, okay? Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Chavis, with a C.
Your Honor, Mr. Chavis was here this morning, and he is number 286 on the docket, 23 CF 655. And I do believe the state has an announcement in his case.
Yes, Your Honor, this time the state will be dismissed.
Chavis, Corey Chavis,
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, State?
Your Honor, this time the state will be dismissing Mr. Chavis's case.
Okay. State's announcing a null pros, dismissed. You are free to go, sir.
Thank you.
No further action is necessary.
Thank you. All right, God bless.
And Your Honor, other than that, I have housekeeping. I think my colleagues are going to let me go first so I can deal with some matters, if that's okay. Can I just call people that I know have,
You want to just start at the top if it's just housekeeping, or you want to go through them yourself? That's fine, either way.